Let's go.
Good morning, my name is Sarah Mann, and today I will be talking about learning through reading in the early years and the important role it plays on a child's development and their future. During this presentation, I will be talking about the stages of development in reading, the tools for reading, the good beginnings that come from reading at an early age, the benefits to reading at an early age, and also I'll be showing you some examples of some books I have here. The stages of reading development, the first one is pre-reading. This is when a child begins to mimic the motions that an adult is making while they're reading, such as turning the pages themselves, understanding that a book has a front and a back and pages in between, understanding that words can be spoken aloud. The next stage is beginning reading themselves, when they start to identify letters and words and understanding what words correspond with what pictures. When teaching a child through reading, you need to understand the complexity of our language and try to really simplify things for a child who is trying to learn words for the first time. The fluency stage is the ability to identify words and understanding what words represent what pictures and what the words actually mean. A very important thing when learning through reading for a child is that they're being exposed to books that they're interested in. If the child is interested in the topic that is being read about, or read to them, they'll be much more apt to learn through it when they're interested in what they're reading about. Tools in developing an avid reader. A very important one is the environment. When it comes to childcare, family, friends, making sure that they are always read to, always offered books to read as a part of their activity. Reading books before bedtime, always having books as an option there for them. Quality and quantity, having many books to choose from so that they can make their own decision as to what they'd like to read, and also the quality, making sure that they have books with wide vocabulary, with many different topics. Preventative measures is a very important tool. If it seems in the early stages of reading that a child is not picking up the language, that they're not understanding, that's when preventative measures need to come in right away to make sure that any problems that are going to occur are headed off right at the beginning. Also support from community and family, support to help encourage reading. This can sometimes be as well parents reading themselves. When a child sees adults reading, they want to read as well. Good beginnings. So it's very important to start reading very young, even before a child can have the ability to understand, such as a baby or a newborn. Have reading to them every single night. They will get into that routine and they will expect it and they will start to enjoy it most of the time. Routine and repetition, often reading the same book many times. Many books written for children do have repetition in them, certain words being repeated, certain patterns in the books, patterns in the words, rhyming words, that sort of thing. Unique delivery, so through singing, through nursery rhymes, through acting out books, through singing books, any kind of way you can impose the language on the child will keep them interested in it. Recognizing words and their sounds, they will start to do that almost right away when they start to recognize different sounds that the letters make and sounds that the words make. Observing other people reading in their environment, as I touched on before, so their childcare provider, their parents, their teachers, anyone that they have a relationship with. Also enhancing language and vocabulary. This is going to happen throughout all the stages of their life, as a lover of books. So as a younger child, they will have few words, and each year, each month, even each week, they will have more and more vocabulary through the books they're reading. Benefits to reading: neurological, it helps in brain development. Every time we learn something new, it creates new brain cells, and they're linked together and they grow and grow. This can happen much more rapidly through reading. Particularly in early childhood, it happens at a very rapid rate because a child 6 and under, their brain is developing much more faster than an adult's would. So that's why it's very important to get in there with vocabulary and words and reading. Educational, so early literacy leads to high academic success. It's been shown that a child who reads at an early age and reads throughout their life has more success in their academic career in school. They're more apt to pay attention. They're more apt to be involved in the subjects in their studies. Psychological, through reading they can gain a lot of self-confidence. They also have good relationships with their friends, other people who read. It's a good starting point for having a relationship with other people in their community as well. And also develops their curiosity and creativity. So through many books that are very creative for them to become creative themselves, and also help with their problem solving skills. Another one is social. They can relate to others in a way that spark conversation. So through reading, we learn new subjects, new topics, new questions, new things about our world, about people. There's many different things that we can talk about and different conversations that can come from reading. Also linguistic, more extensive vocabulary, I talked about that as well. As they read longer into their life, their vocabulary will grow and grow with their reading. Also, they will understand, they will have better grammar and spelling. Through reading, they will see proper grammar, proper punctuation, proper spelling of words, and that will follow them into different areas of their life. Also improved oral and written communication, that's somewhat the same thing. Through reading aloud, they can practice their reading skills and communication skills, and also through the written word as well. I have some examples here of these books. So the first one I have is a picture book. This one has words that correspond with various pictures. And one of the important things in early childhood is that children like to see pictures of real things. So these pictures are of real animals, really in their environment. They're not the cartoon ones, they're not drawings, they're real animals. The second one I have here is a touch and feel book. This one has different textures that they can feel that correspond with the pictures, different pieces of fur, pieces of material, things that they can feel with their fingertips that will help their sensory abilities and sensory development. The third book I have here is a lift the flap book. So these ones are usually ones where you're reading the page and then you flip and there's a picture hiding underneath. This one helps a lot with their object permanence, which is also something that they learn through playing peekaboo, when they learn that something can exist behind something else. And it also develops their curiosity about what's behind the page. And the last one I have here is a more interactive book. There's lots and lots of examples of these that I could show, but this is one of my favorites. So each page has part of the story, and then it has a puzzle piece. So you can click out the puzzle piece from the page, read the story, click out the puzzle piece, they can put it on the floor, then you read the next page, click out the next puzzle piece, and you slowly build the puzzle as you read. So you're also doing problem solving skills, it's somewhat of a math skill as well. You're actually doing reading and more of an activity, an active activity as well, that can be more interactive for the child. So in conclusion, it is never too young to start reading with a child. Story time can be at any age, and it has so many benefits that you can't even list them all. Literacy can be done at any age and continued through the years. The results can affect every area of their life, their development, academic, the list goes on. So get reading. Thank you for your time.